In this lab, we're going to determine what effect the surface has on the frictional force. To do that, we're going to pull a 1 kilogram mass with a string using a spring scale. Whichever has a higher reading on the spring scale has a higher frictional force. When setting up any data table, the basic setup is the same. Independent variable comes first, controlled variables in the middle, and dependent variable on the right. For our experiment, independent variable is the surface. We also want to describe the surface. The controlled variable is the mass. We're going to pull a 1 kilogram mass on each of the surfaces. The dependent variable is the force. We're going to do 3 trials and take an average. Here are our 4 surfaces: cardboard, corkboard, rubber mat, and sandpaper. The cardboard is the smoothest, followed by the corkboard. Rubber mat is rough, but the sandpaper is the roughest. Now we can pull our 1 kilogram mass across each surface. We'll start with the cardboard. Here's the reading on the spring scale. Figure out the scale and then what the reading in newtons is. Here's a still frame to make it a little bit easier. Record the force on your data table for the cardboard. This force diagram shows the 2 horizontal forces acting on the object. We have the applied force acting to the right. That's the reading on the spring scale. We also have the frictional force acting to the left. We have to pull the object at a constant speed. We do not want the object to be accelerating. If it's accelerating, that means there's an unbalanced force, and the applied force and friction are not equal to each other. The only way to make sure that they are equal to each other is to make it go at a constant speed, so it's not accelerating. The net force will be 0. The forces must be balanced. The applied force must be equal to the frictional force. We will test the cardboard 2 more times and then switch the surface. Use the still frame to be as accurate as you can be. Now, the corkboard. Now, the rubber mat. And now the sandpaper. we can find the average for each surface, and then compare each surface to see if it has any effect on the frictional force.